Facebook author page, Author Central, which is totally free. You need to be on Author Central. Your author website, that's a big one, right? So I have an author website, actually my second one. All right, here's a tip. So for my first book, I came up with the brilliant idea, and I think a lot of people make this mistake. I bought the domain name engagingcollegestudents.com. Makes sense, right? That's the title of my book. People will know instantly to go there, right? Well, funny thing, 4 months later, this book come out. Now what do? I've got Engaging College Students. This has nothing to do with students or... So what do? So I just added a page to it. To get to this, you had to go to engagingcollegestudents.com/self-publishing-guide. That's a mouthful. Nobody's going to do that, right? So that was frustrating. And then I learned very quickly, I need to have a website name based on my name or something about the book. Yeah, your brand, exactly. So I just have MikeCoas.com. If your name is already taken, you can do it, your name, author at the end.com or something like it. Come up with a creative way to express your brand or whatever it is. So that's so last summer, before this third book came out, or fourth, whatever, I decided, you know what, I need to change that. So I came up with MikeCoas.com. I still own the rights to the other domain, but I redirected. So now I have all my books there, all my speeches, all my awards, all my reviews, things like that. So I recommend doing that. So that's a little tip right there.
And a logo or picture always helps.
Yes.
How about a kiwi? They're cute and they're only one letter away.
Okay, that's clever. Yes, I think there's is kiwis. I think it's a name of kiwi, Kiwi. Well, is a fruit and animal. It's also, I think, the name of certain people that live in Australia or a certain area down there. Because I've seen articles when I'm searching for my name and I mistype it, it'll say something about kiwis, plural, instead of Coas, which is weird. But anyway, so.
Brand name for shoe polish.
Oh, there you go. That's right. Yeah. So that's kind of interesting. So anyway, author websites are important. Distribute press releases. I've tried this. I didn't have much luck. I think it helps if you know Sandy Lawrence. She has a lot of contacts in the media. That's wonderful. I didn't have a lot of contacts in the media, but if you do, definitely use those.
Use Fiverr.com for your press releases.
For your what?
Press releases.
Press releases. Okay, there you go. That's a good idea. Yeah, you don't have to draft them yourself.
A bunch of, chiefly send it out to a whole bunch of places.
Oh, okay. Do you have to tell them where to send it, or they know?
They know.
Okay.
You just like having a cover design.
Yeah.
You go to something and they'll send it out to 15 newspapers, whatever. It's a way. Fiverr.com.
Yeah. Hiring somebody to do that. They do cheap, lots of different things. Fiverr.com. So that's a good tip. I've tried press releases. I didn't have much luck, but that's another option. It doesn't hurt to try. You can do book signings at bookstores. I've never done book signings, but I've done a lot of speeches. I prefer to give content. My fear is I'm going to show up with a stack of books at a table and nobody's going to walk by, and I'm just going to be sitting there twiddling my thumbs, embarrassed. But I do like giving speeches because I feel like more people are more likely to come. You're giving something of value, and I like giving speeches. If you do a book signing, you could even invite like a celebrity or an expert in your area, have them read from your book, because then you're drawing people in because of their name. That's another way. You can go to book fairs. So let's say you wrote a cookbook on seafood. You can go to a crab festival or something like that. So it doesn't have to be a book fair. It could be any kind of fair or festival related to your theme or where you think your target audience might be. So keep those things in mind. I do a lot of public speaking. I did 17 last year. This is my 10th one. I have 11 more scheduled for this year. How do I find places to speak? So my number one tip is to go to meetup.com, or Eventbrite would be another one, and search for groups that have your genre in mind. So if you write fiction, maybe you write science fiction or whatever, try to find book clubs, people that love to read science fiction, and you'll send the leader a message and say, hey, I'm an author. Would you like me to come speak for free at your group? And that's a great way to go, and maybe you can sell some books in the back of the room kind of thing. But that's great exposure. You take pictures, you put it on social media. Other people see that. And what I found is when you get on the sort of the speaking circuit, if you will, other authors will tell you about other opportunities. So that's kind of how I fell into Indiepalooza, is I gave a speech somewhere and then someone said, oh, you should speak at Indiepalooza. And so you find out about other places to speak, and it's sort of circular. But it's a great way to meet your audience in person. You get feedback one-on-one, which is always helpful. They'll say, oh, I love this tip. I didn't find this tip very helpful, whatever. Great way to get, feedback, great thing for visibility, etc. Other things. So author interviews, there's lots of opportunities to do that online. I did it on Sharon Jenkins. She used to have a radio program. She interviewed me there. I've done it. There's blogging sites. Some have reached out and contacted me. Sometimes I have to go to them, but I've done that where you're a guest blogger, or maybe it's an interview questions and you pick and choose the ones you want. You answer them. You send it in with pictures. That's a great way to get exposure to all of their audience. So look for book bloggers that like to interview authors and send out let them know that you're available for that sort of thing. And then you can buy online ads. And that's my biggest tip here is last year I sold 1,125 books. That's of all my books total. And 39%, so 440 something books were just from Amazon ads. So that's a big number for me. And I really impress upon you the importance of trying Amazon ads. They don't work for everybody, but they seem to be very user-friendly. I've used them for ever since my books came out, so 2.5 years. About 35% of my sales the first year were also from Amazon ads. So I'm consistently selling lots of books, and honestly, I'm more or less breaking even, and I'm okay with that. Even if I'm breaking even, I've gotten my book out to hundreds of more readers who can leave reviews or spread the word of mouth, right? So there's lots to be gained, even if you don't make any money, because your cost of the ads are equal to the royalties. There's still a lot to be gained, in my opinion, even if you're breaking even. Ideally, you want to make money off those sales, but you'll have to tweak the ads and try to make them work for you. But they're very, very user-friendly. You can set your daily budget, and you don't have to go through hundreds of dollars a month or anything. You can set up a very like $2 a day kind of thing, and just try it out for a week or two. See if you're getting any bites. Modify the ads. But in a nutshell, does everybody know how they work? Amazon ads. You basically enter keywords that you think people will, and then you bid on those. And then over time, you can figure out which keywords are resulting in clicks to your ad and which clicks are resulting in sales. And then you might double down and spend more on those keywords and less on others, or you might change the price or get rid of them altogether. So I'm constantly tweaking my ads. That's part of my daily time. 30 minutes a day is looking at my ads. I don't do it every day, but maybe twice a week. Try to tweak them. And what I found is the more I tweak them, the more fruitful they are. And then at some point they get stale, and I just scrap that one and start over with a new one. And I've had good luck with those. But I think that's pretty much it. And I've tried Facebook ads, I've tried Google ads, Goodreads. None of them seem to be as successful for my books as Amazon ads, but they're worth trying. I think you should try all of them, see what works for you. So in a nutshell, I think that's pretty much all my tips for today.